incidental?
I teach 9th grade biology.
Oh.
And I'm a white guy that is a sushi chef, so I do a bunch of events and stuff on the strip.
Oh.
I just did 2 weddings. I did a live cutting down at the furniture market the other day.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
So tell me an interesting story that involves that.
They like to see a white guy walk in to cut sushi.
They do.
I just think that's...
Whoa.
Yeah.
You're good, huh?
So, but yeah, no, so I like sushi, and yeah, it's kind of, so I do sushi. I got 3 little kids. My wife works for the district as well. She's does autism and special needs and stuff like that for the school district, which is pretty awesome.
Nice.
And I have a truck, not a minivan, but I take it for Uber.
Okay.
This is my wife's.
I gotcha. It's not mine.
So it's
Don't
fun.
judge me.
I did work on the strip for a while, though.
Yeah.
I do have some funny stories if you don't
Yeah,
like
yeah.
profanity.
I love it.
One of my favorite stories ever was I had some friends that worked security at Bellagio when it first opened. And it was New Year's Eve, and somebody was staying on the top floor. So the guy got in the elevator, put his back to the wall, and the girl went down and started giving him a blowjob. And the funny part was he hit down, and it's got to open on every floor because it's New Year's, right? But when the door opened, people would start walking in, and he was snapping pictures of their reaction. So he was taking pictures of the reactions of the people getting on the elevator.
Wow.
That was one of the funniest New Year's stories I think I've heard.
Yeah, that's a pretty good one.
But no, I don't know what else to tell you about me. I like to write stand-up, even though I've only tried it a couple times.
Yeah?
It was tough.
Yeah, I bet. You gotta. Let's hear one of your favorite recent ones. How about your like a tiny one, like just a little
I'm trying to think of a good one.
nugget?
Like right now, they have all these health. They're having all these health conventions. So they got Nina, Nutrizex, or I don't even know them all. And they're in, so they keep giving me, I get all these samples and stuff. And, you know, then the one lady looked at me and like all the commercials, and she's like, so do you have extra weight in your thighs, buttocks, and stomach? And I started thinking about it. Is there a bunch of people out there with ripped abs and tight ass, but they have really fat calves and shoulders? So you walk into GNC or something, like, not so much the midsection, but if you got something below the knee and for the shoulders, that would really help me out.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I hate the obvious things. Like, they were saying that today. I'm like, that's where everybody stores their fat. Like, do you have extra fat? You know, it's to me, it's kind of like, when you see the service vehicles, like the Honda service vehicle, and they're totally wrapped, and they say Honda service vehicle on it. Like, what exactly are you advertising to people?
Right.
You're advertising that Hondas are breaking down, and you have to pick people up and drop them off, right? I mean, if Honda was smart, they'd go get like a Toyota, and they'd put like mismatched rims, you know, have the little hanger holding up the muffler, and then like give them like $20 off an oil change to get a picture in front of the Toyota dealership. That'd be a lot better to me because I don't know what they're advertising.
Yeah, I like that. That. Those are good.
Yeah, it's just common things like that. It's like when you watch NFL football. Boy, they really would have liked the touchdown there. No, they're satisfied with the field goal.
Right.
Like, I don't.
Yeah, they're the worst. They're hilarious. They're so bad.
I think the coach could be upset about that penalty. No, he's going to be thrilled.
He's going to love it. So you a big football fan?
I like college. I actually am, over the last 3 or 4 years, been designing a data analysis website to analyze sports betting trends and stats.
Oh, really?
But I took it to like a 3rd or 4th dimension because most people do, you know, like, oh, they're favorites. What I want to know is like favorites at home going over, favorites covering at home going over. So I added like multiple layers to the search engine so people can go in and search. For like, so like Western Kentucky at home is an underdog, won outright 10 times in a row. So we found the trend and we just started riding it.
Right.
So I've been working on that, but that's been a disaster. So we're really close to releasing it.
It's been a disaster?
Yeah, I've been through like 8 programmers. And
it's been difficult.
The problem with programmers is they think they know how to do every single aspect, and it's such a large realm that they're trying to to conquer. So if you bring up anything, oh, I can do it, you know, I can, and it drives you crazy because they can't. And so what happens, you start spending money and they just can't get it caught up. So it's kind of frustrating. but I've got it in the hands of a couple of good guys. I just want to get it out and get the date out, see what we can do with it, and kind of go from there. So
that's cool.
So, yeah.
I like that. I'm a huge college football fan.
Yeah, it was cool. And the coolest thing about the site was, and you can go on my Facebook, I had like 1,200 people. I was hitting about 75% of my hits using the stuff I had built up. I just couldn't get over that hump with the programmers and everything to get everything kind of done. And so it was very frustrating. But like the thing was I was finding games like Wyoming, Western Kentucky, like I mentioned, Tulsa, like games like that you would jump on, and you just make a lot of money because, I always ask people, what the difference between betting Wyoming and betting the Super Bowl is?
Right.
Nothing.
Right. Well, Western Kentucky's an interesting one because they've had a run of pretty decent coaching staffs. So even when their coaches leave, it's still those players that have been recruited by. It's like the guy who I think is now Oregon's head coach, right? He was at Western Kentucky just like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
He went to South Florida for just like a year or something, right? Or 2 years. Or
yeah, I like that. And that's where was it Tarkisian went? Is he South Florida? Did he go to Florida International or something?
Yeah. Sarkisian? No. Sarkisian didn't go anywhere. It's you're thinking of Lane Kiffin went to FAU.
Oh, Lane Kiffin. I'm sorry, Lane Kiffin. Yeah, right. He was at Alabama and then he was at USC.
Right. Yeah.
But no, I like college football. I make a lot of money betting. I made a lot of money betting college football. The problem is on Sundays I get bored and I lose it all back. I can't bet pros.
Welcome to Student of Life, the game show.
That was my Uber ride to the Golden Nugget. We'll be back with him in a little bit. Next up, while we're back with the artist Catherine painting the mural outside Fleetwood's, we actually get a tour here of Fleetwood's.
Simon and Chris here, really killing it here, like turning this place out.
So do you work for them also?
Oh no, I don't work for them. They're just friends of mine. I actually just got some space next door. I'm opening up a clock shop.
You're opening up a what?
Clock shop?
Okay.
Yeah, I restore clocks.
Okay.
People.
Clocks.
Yeah, clocks.
Okay.
Clocks. I fix everybody's clocks. Clock shop. Sorry, podcast. Yeah, TikTok.
What are you going to call it? What are you calling it?
Well, it's Time Bandits.
I like that.
Yeah.
Where is it going to be exactly?
It's in that building right next door, up in the top corner.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So how would you? Would you go through there?
Been inside yet?
No.
Do you want to take a peek? Or?
Sure.
Yeah.
Give me a tour and you get audio tour.
Yeah.
Catherine will be back.
Okay.
You don't go anywhere.
So this
Your name again was?
my name's Eddie.
Eddie, okay.
And this is Fleetwood's. It's a rock and roll wedding chapel.
Okay.
So used to be Daggett's pawn shop, and slowly been turning it out. We have to go in the back door.
Okay.
That sounds better. Hey, this cat's doing a podcast on Catherine. I'm going to show him what's going on in here. This right here used to be the original pawn shop. This was a wall. You buy your goods out here. This used to be storage here for people to pawn stuff, and out back. But yeah.
So now
it's a rock and roll wedding chapel / bar / retail shop.
Retail.
Yeah.
A lot of retail.
Yeah, all retail. Buy all your swag here.
Okay. This is cool.
All kinds of rock and roll paraphernalia
And then it's going to be a wedding chapel as well in there.
Yeah.
Okay.
And out back.
And out back.
And out back.
Yeah, like in front of her.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then this will be the bar, which will be open every night or 6 nights a week or 5 nights a week or something. 5 nights a week.
Probably only until 10:30, right?
Yeah, it's been a little.
Okay.
Yeah. Not a
Unless
bar
we
bar.
have a special event or a band or something.
So people could have wedding, not just their service, but then they could just also rent you out for the
events.
party.
Yeah, for sure.
Nice.
Special
we had a couple
events.
bands playing in there 2 weeks ago.
Oh yeah.
We had a private party, and there were 4 bands that played, and It was real fun. All donation based. People gave a lot of money.
Nice.
Good tips. Fun bands and a DJ in between the bands.
Oh, that's sweet.
Just a bunch of psychedelic surf rock style stuff.
Cool. I like it. I like it.
Yeah.
That looks great there. It doesn't quite fit though.
Cut it.
Just cut it off.
Just cut it. Yeah,
Sweet.
so that's what's going on in here. It's a hodgepodge of everything, and
Hodgepodge.
hodgepodge.
Curated tie.
This is structured, man. Look, if everything was thought out, engineered.
Yeah, this is
So
sweet.
you got your disco ball wedding chapel.
Yeah. So when is it going to be ready to go?
I think we might open next week.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Exciting.
Maybe not ready to perform the wedding.
Okay. And who's going to be giving the wedding? Yeah.
The chaplain.
You can't talk because you don't want your voice on it.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
aficionados.
We're all ordained.
They're all ordained.
Awesome.
ministers.
How
And then,
cool. Are you?
We're
I
gonna
am not.
offer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
I will be.
you going to? Okay. That'll be
We're all
fun.
we're gonna offer.
She's
a menu of,
she's gonna be the
locals.
ethereal angel who marries people.
Wings.
Eventually, I'll be a go-go dancer dancing the life-size version of that.
Yeah.
Should I get the cage? Simon, should I get that cage?
Sophie rebuilt these.
Oh wow. Really?
Yeah, both of
She
them.
had to be patient.
She spent 6 hours.
Damn.
Oh.
Oh wow.
Came
That's
on
cool.
fast.
That's really neat.
What are they called?
Mineral oil lamps from the 60s.
Metal lamps from the 60s, 70s,
What are they
80s.
called?
Vestal.
Rain lamps
Vestal.
from the 1960s.
So with the wedding chapel, is it going to be like Vegas style, like just people come
In and
on
out.
in and yeah?
No, we only marry straight Christians. Nobody but straight Christian people.
Right.
If you're not,
No, that's the way to go. I completely get that.
and
What'd you
have
say,
to
Chris?
promise us your firstborn too. So.
You're right, yeah.
Chrissy, you were saying 15-minute in and out?
We're gonna have Wednesday, Thursday special. 15 minutes,
$99.99.
$99.99.
Did you see that?
Friday, Saturday, Sunday, or more and longer
Okay.
and more elaborate.
Did you see that camper that was here?
Yeah.
But she wants to use that for like a booze cruise after the wedding,
Or-
for the wedding party,
Bridal party,
And-
get ready at,
Yeah.
hang out
and
in.
a honeymoon suite later on. See
Sweet.
what I'm saying? So,
And
I'm not cleaning it.
you guys got an interesting business going on here. This is gonna be cool.
I've just got the
This
talk
should be- this
talk
is
shop
just
next door.
fun.
These are just my friends.
Right.
Yeah, we just wanted to do something fun for the community because
Why not?
I don't know.
Because it what? Because it's boring as shit.
They don't like
Well,
boring
it's
shit.
like you were saying earlier that this is like the straggling end of the neighborhood. It's little. It needs some excitement down here.
Yeah. No, this
I
is
like
Those
that.
look cool.
And up next, a little show entry shenanigans stories.
Man, let's see. I had a friend, we were at a Widespread Panic concert, and he like wigged out on mushrooms and was like sweating. I mean, I don't know if he like OD on mushrooms or not or something, but he was like freaking out and like sweating and like couldn't relax, and you know, so I didn't know what to do. And I just like lay him on the ground and like give him some water and like put some water on his neck and stuff, and like he looks up at me and tells me that he's dying. I think it was more of like a figure, like a mentally, like he like spiritually dying maybe. But that was pretty crazy because I was tripping too, and I'm just like, man, I don't want to deal with this right now.
that was in the
Or like,
middle
how
of the
can I
concert.
deal with this? Yeah,
Where were you guys at?
we're on the lawn in Charlotte. It was like Panic tonight. It was like 2010.
Okay.
I think. And, you know, that was pretty crazy. I've had people like fall out in front of me at concerts before too, which was kind of scary. But I didn't have to like, somebody jumped in before I had to do anything, or I don't know if I could have done anything. Well, when we went to Lock-In last year, they were like you couldn't you're at a festival, so you're bringing backpacks in and stuff, and like they are like searching everything, and like they were really looking for alcohol and glass because like they're selling alcohol inside. But I'm going through and I just have like a jar of like whatever I was bringing in, like, and I think I like had an extra pair of socks in there and then like put it inside the socks so you couldn't tell, and I'm like in line. Dude pulls the pair of socks out and opens the socks up, and the jar just like falls onto the ground, and he picks it up and looks at it and then just gives it to me.
What was it?
It was a jar of, I think it had like Molly and LSD in it, and he just looks at it and gives it back to me and then like waits me through.
Wow.
I mean, there's like all of my drugs for the whole festival, so there's quite a bit in there.
So did he see it?
He saw it, and he just gave it to me.
He was like, "That's not what we're looking for."
Yeah, I don't think.
As long as it's not alcohol.
Yeah, I think they're looking for glass. I mean, it was a glass jar, but I mean.
Right, but he's like, "This is just a glass jar."
It was like a small jar, like a little mini, small jar. So
it's not a bottle of liquor. It's not a beer bottle. That's what they were looking for.
I mean, I've also crotched a flask before, and like somebody like it went off in the metal detector, and they were like,
"Where
what
was this at?"
This was in Alpharetta.
For what?
For fish, and it went off in the metal detector. This was 2012, I think, or 13, maybe 14. I can't remember. Anyway, it went off in the they were like had a wand. And it went off on the wand, and he was like, "What is that?" And I was like, "Oh, my belt buckle." And he was like, "All right, move your belt buckle," and did it again, and it went off again. And he was like, "That's not your belt buckle." And I was like, "I don't know what it is, man. Like, is your thing broken?" Like, so I'm like, I don't want to give up my flask. It was a nice flask. It had like my initials in it. And he was like, "Well, if you don't take it out, I'm gonna like throw you out of line or whatever's in there." He's like, "Because I have to make sure it's not a weapon." And he said that, and I like, all right, fine. Pulled it out and showed the flask, and again, just waved me through.
And to close out today's program, we return to the Uber driver dropping me off at the Golden Nugget.
I think I may be wrong. I think the over/under was 3.5 or 4, but Iowa State.
Yeah.
They're gonna win. They're gonna win some games. That coach came in there from Toledo.
Wait, it's all the way down 3.
It was low. I can't remember exactly, but it was low. I mean, they got tough games. They got to play Oklahoma. Oklahoma State's offense is going to be the most prolific, maybe in the history of college football.
Yeah, they're going to be good.
Their offense, they're going to score 90 points a game. They're going to give up 90, but their offense this year is going to be absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah, they got good receivers, huh?
They're just the offensive schemes, but Iowa State, I think, was surprising people this year. They were leading almost every game going into the third, fourth quarter. They just couldn't close them out against Texas and them. But
okay,
I like them. There was a team though I think up that's it's not really unique, but it's somehow made this into the daily language. Not only I catch myself saying this, everybody calls everybody boss. Like, hey boss, what's up? Like, I don't know where that came from, but all of a sudden now my students, everybody is saying, hey boss, what's up boss? Okay boss. Like, I don't know where that came from. It just came out of blue, but I hear it everywhere now. It's like the new, I don't know, way to present people or something. I don't know how you would say it.
Right.
But that word has been everywhere, and I catch myself saying it now, which is frustrating because I'm not really a big fan of it.
No.
I'm like, thanks boss, and then thanks dear, it's, I don't know.
It's too much, huh?
Yeah. But you put every human on earth, front to back, shoulder to shoulder, it would take up a space a little bit bigger than Rhode Island.
Really?
If every human on earth was standing in the state of Texas, you'd each have over 1,000 square feet.
Wow.
So that's one of the cool facts. One of the coolest factoids I learned the other day, because I'm a biology teacher, is people that are black or that are darker skinned by the equator, their baby teeth come in a lot faster, closer to the age of 5. The whiter you are, the later your baby teeth come in, like closer to 7. And I thought that was kind of a crazy fact.
Yeah.
Got a married couple over here.
Nice.
Yeah, they have. I think it's 24-hour window down here, so you can get married 24 hours a day.
Oh.
And then these guys, they have guys hang out and they hand you honeymoon packages, and stuff like that.
Nice.
So that's what they're doing. The hockey team in Nashville, they have the Predator thing on it.
Yeah.
I was told, I don't know if it's true, that when they were digging the stadium site, they found a saber-toothed tiger in the ground. So they named them the Predators, and they put the saber-tooth on their jersey. And my buddy's a huge hockey. He's like Sheldon from Big Bang Theory.
Oh yeah.
But I thought that was one of the coolest logo stories there was.
That is cool.
I do know that I'd rather not have this on record. But you know Frank Solich, why he left Nebraska?
Why?
He knocked up a cheerleader.
Oh yeah.
One of the guys I worked with was
Wait,
on the national championship.
It's not the biggest of deals to have that on there. Do you not want me to put that on
I
there?
don't know. I didn't say it, but I actually verified it because I didn't know if it was true. But I actually worked with a guy. There's a guy here that's a teacher that was on the national championship Nebraska team. That was the kicker, and he said no. Zolich definitely got in trouble.
Oh.
So he verified it.
All right, so I can use that.
Yeah,
huh?
I mean, it's fine.
Okay.
But I mean, it's pretty well known, I think, in Nebraska. But no, everybody always says that. Like, why would you fire him when he was 10-2 every year?
Yeah,
in Nebraska?
and they've had trouble besides with him. Like, I mean, obviously he used to be really good, but
yeah, I think my understanding was he got involved with a cheerleader, and I believe she got pregnant, and one of the ex-players said that was pretty accurate. But
damn,
I don't want that to be public.
You don't want that?
No, I don't know. I'm gonna stay out of it.
Well,
nobody's gonna know my name, so I'm done. It don't matter.
So I could use it, just not use your name.
Yeah.
All right, I won't use your name.
If it's wrong, then I don't know. I had a player tell me it was true too, so I don't know. That's about as close as I can get to. And one of the big alumni there that was part of that was the one telling us that we'll take you up front here.
Yeah, wherever's close to the sports book. What do you think?
I want to say the sports book's in this door.
I can hop out here. I'll walk out here.
I think it's in that door to the straight left.
Yeah,
Wow, Golden Nuggets popping on the side.
Yeah, man, that's my joint. I'm just joking. I've never been here in my life.
Are you from Miami?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It was great talking to you.
No, I enjoyed it, man.
Yeah.
I hope the podcast works out.
Thanks, man.
You got a little charge on your phone?
Yeah, appreciate it. Thank you.